Hey, welcome back to Red Shoes Diary. I hope you've had a great week. I hope things have went well. I hope you got to travel and see people, and hope you got time to talk to the good Lord. I always make time for that. We all need to do that. Hopefully that a lot of answered prayers, a lot of love, maybe a little peace this week. Maybe not. Maybe this coming week will be one of days. Got blessed to see some kinfolk went to eat, and they live out Midwest. They'd come in, so we all got together and ate, which was good. Great to see them. It's one of those deals that time flies. We'll all get busy, we'll all get running around, look around what days, when things was. So like today, it's 9/11. This has been a day, for, I guess, my generation, others, my age, is even my daughters, it's a very much a day, of the Twin Towers and stuff, '01. And before that, the one biggest one was probably when President JFK uh, was assassinated. And, that happened before my time, so I don't have no memory of that. But 9/11, I was on 95 up around Maryland, going north somewhere, delivered, come back down, driving tractor and trailer. And all of a sudden, people are like, well, where was you? I'm like, well, traffic started getting slow. I'm like, well, why are we slowing down? Finally, somebody said on the CB, well, plane hit the Twin Towers. Well, I'm sitting there thinking, okay, plane. I'm thinking about a little old Piper Cub or something like that. I'm not thinking about jets or nothing. They just said plane. I thought, well, that's up yonder. Before somebody keeps stomping, hitting the brakes, and somebody crashes down here, it ain't going to end well. I got to wherever it was I had to drop and hook. I'm assuming what I was doing because I would say I must have been listening to books on cassettes because it didn't. Whatever I was listening to, whatever they, no mention of it, wasn't no radio going on. And later that evening, nights, I got back down. I'd stop somewhere to get fuel, and when I walked in the fuel center, truck stop, they had it on TV, and that's when I seen what plane was actually a jet, not just a little old Piper Cub. Because, like I said, I didn't have a clue. And that's left a big memory. And years later, people seem to forget, but there's another one, not as massive as that. Most people forget, which is Benghazi. And, it was also 9/11, and it was planned that way. Just like it did in '01, they planned it that way, plain and simple. And both of those, a lot of people, well, one of our leaders at the time, as she said, when they was investigating later, well, what does it matter now? And that's the way a lot of people look at it. And even the Twin Towers, what does it matter now? It affected people. It left lives broken. It left people still grasping for answers. You know, left kids without parents, left friends without friends. It left loved ones without the love of their lives. Although some was able to get through before the collapse and was able to talk to the ones they loved, truly loved their lives. Thankful for that. Thankful they got that type of closure, but a lot of people never got that closure, people. And, you know, it does still affect a lot of people, in ways. Tells you that America can be hit, that we aren't perfect, we make mistakes. Like this T-shirt I'm wearing, it's like says this Till Valhalla Project is the company that puts it out, TVP. If you want to look them up, they don't forget the soldiers or warriors. Nobody's left behind. The back of the shirt has a emblem for that. Never forget 9/11. I just ordered me 3 more. Came in from it. One of them, on the back of the T-shirt just says, "Hey, if you're reading this, I want you to understand you matter." To the person behind me for reading this, you matter. Get up, keep moving. Even if it's the hardest thing, one of the T-shirts says, "Keep moving." even if it's the hardest thing you ever do today. And I can't remember what the other one says right off, but it's inspirational. Is it quotes from the Bible? Not really, no. But one of them that says, "Be nice to everyone." You know, that's what we should strive to do. It's sad that our lives have become like it is. People forget about that. There's just evil in the world. I don't know if you've ever watched the young man, Charlie Kirk, was shot yesterday. Dropped out of college when he was like 19, started a more or less a young Christian conservative group, Turning Point. He just went to colleges and would debate people, just bring me your questions. Let's debate it, you know. Did I believe and go with everything he said? No, because, you know, that's the way it's supposed to be. It's like reading the Bible. Four of us can read the exact same passage in the Bible and get four different meanings. But I believe that's the way God's word is, that each of us is supposed to get our meaning. God has a meaning for each of us to affect us, to make us the better person, to be more Christ-like, I guess. You know, he was shot. Different, different on the more liberal sides was saying, well, you know, he was divisive. He did this. You know, it was bound to happen. You know, he pretty much the same. He caused it. You know, there's no reason to be shot. You don't like the way I see things. Years ago, people could agree to disagree, and you know, just maybe I didn't like the way you said it or whatever. Don't mean have no reason to kill you or fight with you. I might not see it, but if you're right with yourself and I'm right with myself, who's to argue with it? But there's people who want to shut down that, and you know it's wrong. You shouldn't do that. And you got the gun argument, and well, guns did it. Well, no, a sick individual, cruel person did that. Whether you like it or not, it's just the truth. That gun could lay there 100 years and never go off, just lay there. It's the intent behind the person, and that's what we need to address more than anything else in this world. The Bible speaks about how in the times there'll be how things that we once consider evil will be considered good. And what is considered good is evil. Things that we used to keep in the dark will come out into the light, and it will be accepted, and it'll be good. Things that should never happen is, we actually fight. If you look it up, there's a passage in the Bible about how we actually fight spiritually. It ain't a lot about this earthly face. This is more of a spiritual battle. And whether you like it or not, these evil people in this world, they are, call it filled with demons, however you want, they're just evil. For as the used to be said, it's like for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. You have to believe for all the good you see in the world, then there's got to be a yin to the yang. There's bad. Some is bad, yes, but a lot of it's just plumb evil. You look at children and taking these children's things they do to them. That's evil. Ain't no two ways. They ain't a bad person. They're just evil. People who attack and hurt these older people and abuse them, that's evil. I don't have no mercy in that. That's not a line. She come to my house, it won't. The person that once was will wake up. Sometimes the warrior comes from God, and He makes you that in certain situations. I do believe in turning the other cheek, folks, but I never believed in turning my throat up and let Him slice my throat either. Anyway, folks, I hope you're having a great day. I hope you do well. If you have friends and family who are been in the service at any time or any of that line, police, military, fire, that's lost loved ones or having a hard time, let them know you You respect them. You think of them. Let them know they're loved. Thank them for their service. Help if you can. Some of the easiest that one shirt, just be nice to people. You never know that smile you give to somebody, a random person on the street. You might say hello. That might be something they needed that day to keep them from taking their life. You never know. That one act of kindness, what did it cost you? Words don't cost you nothing, folks. A simple thank you, please. It was good to see you. I'm glad you're here. How are you today? Hello. Those didn't cost me a bloody thing, people. Didn't cost nothing. But they might be priceless to somebody who need to hear it. So I hope you practice that. I hope I'll do a little better and practice my own self. I hope to be that to all the loved ones out there who's had loss and pain, and especially on this 9/11, you're not forgotten. You are loved and prayed for daily. So one and all, I hope you have a great next week. I hope that you take time to talk to the good Lord. I hope you slow up a little bit and talk and take a little time to smile at somebody and say, hello, how are you? Let them know they're noticed. Sometimes that's your greatest gift, is just let somebody know you see them. Because even the best of us sometimes need to be known we're seen. Anyway, to everyone, I hope the good Lord takes life to you, not too soon. As always, I'll